I am a beautiful wedding dress, simple but elegant, and perfectly fitted to the bride. But before that, I was an alpaca, or more properly, I was the fleece on a herd of alpacas. My fibers were gathered in Peru and spun together to form skeins of smooth yarn in a natural cream color, which turned slightly buttery in the sunlight. The bride unwound the skeins and wrapped me into balls for easier handling. Being knit was a soothing process. One needle through a loop of yarn held on the opposite needle, a second loop pulled through the first to form a V on one side and a bump on the other. One stitch at a time, she formed me into fabric. First, I was a long, lacy skirt. Then, she added a stockinette bodice with a narrow neck. Finally, she gave me long bell sleeves with lace edges. I was happy. I was pretty. Everyone thought so. Everyone but the bride. It took 2 months of work to shape me, but I didn't fit properly. When she looked at me, she saw a fancy tablecloth, an ornate ghost, an impression of a person, not the real thing. It didn't take as long for her to unravel me, but it was a messy process. Knotted and frayed bits were cut without mercy. I was no longer smooth and untouched. I was crinkled and wrinkled, my loops tangled together in a bid to stay whole. But once I had returned to something like my former state, the work of knitting began again. Knitting is the same, regardless of the garment being made. It's a process of taking yarn, like me, whether smooth and untouched, or crinkled and wrinkled, and turning it into something the wearer will, hopefully, love. It's a process of creation that is sometimes frustrating, sometimes requiring more unraveling, and never with a definite outcome. For this second shaping, the bride made a short stockinette skirt, garter-ribbed at the bottom to keep the hem from rolling up. She added a band of ribbing at the waist to separate the skirt and bodice. The top was knit in a close-fitted rosette stitch. The matching sleeves had to be knit twice to fit properly at the shoulder seams. Another 3 months of work to see me complete. I was happy. I was pretty. Everyone thought so, including the bride. I am a beautiful wedding dress, simple but elegant, and perfectly fitted to the bride.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, I present Cody and Jennifer Hastings.